Hey everybody, I got my good buddy, the economic ninja here. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing awesome. How are you doing? Thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely. I want you to fill me and everybody that's watching in on hashtag silver in my stocking because that is a movement that I really think I could get behind.
Thank you. Yeah. So I came up with this idea just recently. I've been putting a silver coin in my children's stocking for the last 10 years. Every Christmas they get a silver coin. And it's actually become fun because as they're going through their little, the candy or whatever goes in their stocking, down at the bottom, they always know that there's a silver coin there. And it's always like, well, what kind of coin are we going to get? And I just came up with this idea because I was going to do a talk at the Silver Symposium that I didn't get to do. And it was called the power of one. And every time one of us decides to do something for something we believe in, it makes a difference. Well, since Wall Street silver hit the scene and exploded onto the scene, we've never seen more education, more awareness around the fact that silver is completely undervalued and taken advantage of. The price has been manipulated. But if we, the people that love it and know its intrinsic value, take it off the market, well, guess what happens to the price? So I came up with this idea. There was never a hashtag in existence that said silver in my stocking. So I started taking photos of the coin that I'm going to put in my child's stocking this year. And I wrote it on a little piece of paper, hashtag silver in my stocking, and I put it on all of my social media outlets. And then in the description, I put, this is my part, hashtag silver in my stocking. And people are already picking it up. They're starting to share it, retweet it, and then they're doing their own part. And I think it's very valuable to do this because every time a child gets a coin in their stocking, they don't go out and sell it. They keep it as a memento, and that silver has now been taken off the market for years.
Uh, you know, this is really interesting because the multitudes are waking up to silver. They're already retail investors are already saying, "Hey, I'm sitting on a melting ice cube. My money is melting out from under me. Inflation's taking over, and they're running to sound money."
Yep.
And my grandfather did that for me. My parents would, always had precious metals, not so much silver, but silver is really undervalued right now. It was 95 to 1 last week. It's up a little bit. It went up a dollar like yesterday.
Yep.
So I really think this is going to be really cool. And all I have to do it is take a silver coin.
Yep.
That's a pretty one, isn't it?
That's nice. Wall Street silver.
And hold up hashtag silver in my stocking
Yep.
and post it everywhere. And if you see anybody do that, repost it,
Yep.
share it, like it, try to get this movement going because if we
Well,
can
think of
have
it this
sound
way.
money, it would be nice.
Think of it this way, Chris. When people start getting really creative, like someone wears a Santa hat or an elf outfit, or they have this beautiful scenery behind them, right? And they get really creative with these photos. People are going to want to share them. Now, I did my first video on this idea and I read through the comments and people were saying literally, this is absolutely brilliant because it's simple. And what it will do is when the algorithm wakes up and they see this hashtag moving and it starts to trend, it will share those pictures with people that would normally not be exposed to precious metals, and it will give them an idea. Now, let me share something else with you. When I decided to do this, silver was in the low teens. And I went ahead and I wrote down all of my nieces, nephews, and someday grandchildren and my children. And I went out and bought one tube for each child. And I have now secured, no matter what the price of silver is, because I believe that someday silver will be much more valuable than it is today, that for the next 20 years, those children will have a 1 ounce silver coin coming to them at Christmas time, regardless of how much that is. So now think of that. If just 500,000 people around the world said, you know what, I like this idea, instead of putting some little trinket in a stocking, I'm going to put a $20 piece of silver right now in that stocking, and that's going to pull that much more money off or silver off of the market for literally the next 10 to 20 years. Think about what kind of power that can have.
And think about what your grandson or daughter are going to think when they get $100 or $200 piece of silver in their stocking. That's going to be a really cool stocking stuffer. You might get to use really small stockings.
Yeah, it's so true. And if you think about it, whoever's watching this video, share this video because your investment is only as good as what other people value your investment as. So all we need to do is share the story of silver, the monetary history of silver, and why it is in the Constitution that money shall be in no other form than gold and silver coin. People need to learn about that. They need to learn the Fed is not owned by the government. It's not a government agency. It's completely private bank. It's not federal, and it doesn't have any reserves. People need this. So let's do it right now. Get this moving into Christmas time and see that, because as Christmas time rolls up, hashtag Christmas is going to be trending, hashtag Santa, all this stuff. What we want is we want those trending hashtags right alongside silver in my stocking, or hashtag I want silver for Christmas, or come up with stuff. But if we get hashtag silver in my stocking, that is it's brand new. It's totally brand new hashtag, and we can actually measure how well it's doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, like I said, guys, hold up a coin, hashtag silver in my stocking, share it every time you see it, like it, get it out there. And that's not going to do anything but help promote sound money, which we need right now more than any time. We have been talked out of it. The mass population have been talked out of owning silver because it's never been needed in our lifetime. But now more than ever, we're here. We've arrived, and silver's about to go up. It's about to explode. It might go down first, but when it does explode, you'll be giving your kids that ounce of silver that you got for 18 or 19 bucks.
That's right. And
That's
the only
real.
thing that's going to go down right now is the paper price. I don't see physical silver going down too much, because the premiums just keep going higher and higher. Guys, also join if you're on Facebook, join Facebook groups like economics groups, things like that. You share it on that, and you're putting it out not just to your 20 friends or 50 friends or 100 friends. You're putting it out to 100,000 people in an economics group. That is powerful. So let's start sharing real money, the silver movement, and get it out big.
Absolutely. Well, man, thanks for coming on and explaining that. I'm going to get mine done right now, and I'm going to post it everywhere. Please share it, and let's get it going.
I'm going to be the first one to share it, man. Thanks again for having me on. I appreciate it.
All right, brother. Later.
Later.